Allen gets it away with no trouble. That ball bounces at the 2. Wilson, let's see you go 99 yards, they say.
Can you believe that?
Wow, what a punt.
I get it, and I think they could have called it. I don't know that it necessarily was a penalty.
Here's a great punt down near the 1 off the foot of Britton Colquitt. And Brianne Body Calhoun.
Alvin Kamara watching the high kick. Lets it go. Oh, and what a play. Perfect position. The ball bounced right to him to down it.
Back east, he's an upstate New York guy from CBA Syracuse. And he's going to pin one inside the 10 here. Look at that punt by Riley Dixon.
Here's Sam Cook. Baltimore special teams can do what Carolina's did early and just pin him in.
Drops it inside the 5, nailed at the 1-yard line.
Times in the NFL.
And over in punt. And will be down inside the 5. That's perfectly done by Matt Wyatt.
Both Jalen Ramsey and A.J. Boye, not going to be a lot of separation today.
Colton Schmidt, one of 4 Bills still on the roster since Doug Marrone was the head coach here. Buffalo able to track it down all the way down at the 1-yard line.
So Dixon is back out to punt. Gets it away. Strowman fakes the catch. The ball bounces and is down inside the 2. Antonio Hamilton was there to grab it on the bounce and down it.
Bounces near the 10, chased to the end zone. Oh, 2 diving attempts, and they never touch the end line. And then it's down at the 1-yard line by Humber.
Surprising me with his answer, he says, Chris, I got to work at it. I got to work at being positive.
Punted inside the 5, and it will be down at the 1-yard line. Great punt coverage by Seattle.
Moved him back 5 that was on first down, and then of course that one we just had on this series, the holding call moving him back.
Tyreek Hill going to let this one bounce, and it is inside the 5 and going to be downed at about the 1-yard line by Dwayne Harris.
Martin, his second punt. Christian Kirk, and the ball will bounce and will be down by the Lions at the 1. So the Cardinals.
Dang.
Johnston coming off a great season. Angles this kick. A fair catch is called for, but it bounces. Can they stop it? And they are able to at the 1-yard line. That's Mack.
I remember interviewing you when you played for the Raiders. You were big into nutrition. Here's the punt, which Berrios will let bounce him back to him. And Slater kept it alive! You know, you don't see that much, but that's why he's a 7-time Pro Bowler.
Wadman kicking into the wind. And it's down at the 1. It's Devontae Harris in the perfect spot.
Last year in the net punting average category, hits it. Matson gets away, and it is corralled near the 1, maybe the 2 by Amadi.
And Mason Rudolph was out for a stretch. Cyrus Jones, the return man. That ball bounces inside the 5, handled by the Steelers at the 1.
They send it back to Berry, and then Berry will float it, and it will be down at the 2-yard line by Johnny Holton. That's perfect.
Punt, Ray McLeod to receive again. Calls for a fair catch and lets it go. It bounces, and it is downed at the 1. Downed at the 1 by Ryan Smith.
In on him.
Under 5 minutes remaining. Back caught with the punt. It bounces at the 5. It's well covered, and it is down at the 1. Great punt. Can't get much better than that.
Well, if you like punts, this baby's for you. Here comes Huber. T.D. Westbrook lets it bounce at the 6 and straight up beautiful. English and saved by Erickson. Wow, now they've got Minshew.
First year with the Bucks, Bradley Pinion spent 4 years with the Niners. This punt will sail inside the 5, and it's going to be down near the 1-yard line. Brian Smith there to cover it up.
Chez comes in averaging 45 yards per kick, a long of 60. Trying to place it inside the 5. It rolls. And down at the 1. Doolin got down there.
On a 4th and 11. A little high on the snap. No problem. And Ward will let it go over his head. And works out to Seattle's favor.
Baker to get them off the field.
Golden Tate watches this one take a Miami bounce. That's about as good as it gets.
The Patriots so good at blocking punts. They've done it 4 times this year. Bolden was right in there. Now, let's see if Neal reestablished himself. He did, and the Patriots will start from their own 1. Saran Neal touched the goal line, got his feet back inside the field.
Excitement. They were disappointed that they didn't go for it. Dixon plants it right in there and waiting for it to down it. Marquise Blair. So playing the field position.
That is well done. Can't do it much better. Down at the 1.
Well, they got the last one, you may remember. They get this one off. And how about that? Last time he pinned him at the 2, a penalty took it away. And Cody Core is standing down there at the 1.
To compete for the ball when you can't keep your feet. O'Donnell kicking, and Mike Hughes going to let this thing bounce. Bounces at the 7, and it's down by the Bears at the 1-yard line.
Most in the league, and Kern gets a line drive punt away. That's bounding to a halt at the 1. Perfection.
Dire straits indeed, Jim. This one just got
51 to go in the 2nd quarter. Ravens lead it 10-6. Gillen, wobbler, perfectly placed, rolling, and down at the 1. You cannot do it any better than that.
Townsend to punt. Deep back is K.J. Hamler. And had a great back spin on it and saved by Pringle at the 1. Oh,
Wisnowski from around midfield. And letting it bounce over the head of Moore. And what a special teams play and bounce for the 49ers. Wisnowski put it in.
Didn't get open on the play. It's like it just keeps going back and forth there.
Wentz has not completed 2 straight all day. Very well covered up this time, though.
Just got the snap away in time. Steven Sims, fair catch. His own man got it his way. And what a throwback at the goal line. Oh, shit. And it is, are they calling that a...
Sanders 1 of 1 on 50+ yard attempts this season. But Flores electing to play a little bit cautiously here. What a punt! Pilardi.
Well, if you're going to punt it, Spiro, that's the way to do it. Execute it perfectly. Gets the...
And it will be down at the 1-yard line.
A wasted opportunity there for Philadelphia. Siposs, the 2nd-year punter, trying to place it inside the 5. And he will.
Today's NFL, it has green-lighted a lot of coaches to go for it and not have the questions that they would have had otherwise.
I'd say that was the right decision.
5. Felton back at the 20. And Fox got all of this one. Backs Felton up. Lets it go over his head. And looks like it's down at the 1. Yes, it is. Great special teams coverage.
In field goal range, now they have to punt.
Andre Roberts back around his 10. We're going to watch this one sail over his head. And down at the 1-yard line. Oh, what a play on special teams by Nate Hairston.
Hard to hold up on the edge, and they have.
Now it's Cup back there, and he has it go by him. And it's down near the 1 by St. Brown.
See what kind of job he does pinning the Texans. Comes down at the 5. And the special teams take care of the ball at the 1. Ashton Doolin.
Unbelievable job Dennis Allen has been doing against Tom Brady. You should write a book. Everybody would buy it immediately.
The Pinion punt. Well done at the goal line to avoid going in. Is down at
a machine for Dallas.
Tresueo had his last punt blocked. Apart from that, he was averaging about 50 yards per boot. Sends that one along the goal line before it reaches it. And perfect at the 1-yard line.
Miami Dolphins in
No way.
1992.
And you picked him off twice?
Oh, no. I got to tell you a story about the very first snap of the game. What he did to me.
And that's down.
There's no way. Your first start, my first start was against Dan Marino.
You haven't seen him for a while. It's 13 drives since the last time he punted. And they had 10 touchdowns during that span. And after all of that time off, he delivers a beauty.
Very good runner from picking up enough yardage to get the first.
Hairston was nearly in the backfield. Fair catch is called by Desmond King. He probably should have caught it. And they're going to hunt it down at the 1-yard line.
His first one traveled 53 yards. Sky Moore is back again after mishandling the first one. There's more coming over. He looked confused again, and he backed off. Colts could bury him at the 1, and he's able to keep his balance. The same guy.
As he did in the last possession. Washington runs away from it, and this one popped back in. It's where the man is in the NFL, not the ball. And he did stay off the line and keep it alive, so it's at the 1.
And of course, Russ was great in that fourth quarter in Denver over the Niners on Sunday. Washington back there, lets it bounce and back and out. Let's see, do they save it? Yes, they do. Boy, that was something else. That was beautiful.
The kick by Bjorkes. Gonna let it bounce. And gonna be knocked out of bounds by the Browns special teams inside the 5-yard lines. That's Martin Emerson all over the football.
Pinion looking to pin him. And he will. At the 1. Can't draw it up any better. Hodge was there to
dent in that defense and win.
Great man, not much of a rush. That one angled inside the 15 and rolls, touched at the 1. Tremendous play downfield by Eccles.
Well, that's a boomer by Tresueo. It's going to land at the 10, roll, and somehow it was saved in play. Down by Holmes, but that was tapped back by Jeremy Reeves.
End over end. Rodgers gets out of the way, and a Detroit bounce. And they let it go, and they're going to save it instead at the 1. Worked out. Anthony Pittman, right place, right time. And Green Bay's got to go 99 yards.
In his coverage.
Pettis to return man spot. It's over his head. Well done by Braden Mann. That is perfectly done. And down by Justin Hardy. 56 yards to the goal line.
Punt for the 6th time in the game. Let it bounce. And they'll pin him.
Good shake it up as he went off the field. The Giants forced Tresueo to kick it away. Richie James says get away. And that's a mistake. Come down to me over here at the 1-yard line.
Worry about you throwing the ball.
Here's Corey Bojorquez. How does he handle these conditions? He's got a bomb of a leg. Has one of the longest punts in the NFL this season, a 76-yarder, and this one is absolutely brilliant.
That is spectacular. I watched both